Okay, Coach, thank you. We've got clear skies and brisk temperatures. You know what that is? That's perfect fall football weather here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Hey, let's go.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Drop deep. Check four.
Focus. Check.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Flushed out right. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 27. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also the
blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Ingram again, a first down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. There's a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 88 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here, then a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
To the right side and complete to Washington. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind.
Ingram churning. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Mike. 180.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one. It almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play. That was impressive to me, because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Now he's flushed out left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is fielded in the end zone. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd down, Samuels. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And McDonald here over the middle. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. No gain, and it's 2nd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into a huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, he goes up top. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Haywood.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 30. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50.
We go. Check. Let's go. Get set.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players and somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's second down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. On second down, it's Dixon, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on third down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the 31, Roethlisberger going deep to the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26. First down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Here's Switzer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. Check three. Shift.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's Jackson to throw. Going up top. He's got him in. Complete. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
No.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. brings up 3rd and 10.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Young coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. From the 44, Jackson steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They start the drive with Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Easy.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the 1st half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
24.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And a reception made by Dante Moncrief. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Alert, alert. Black and third.
Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense...
And Andrews lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. got to make completion, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
On first down, Samuels. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready? 10, come on.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Pittsburgh, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.